pleasant good evening, everyone, from Rio Fireman's Park. DailyDodge.com presents coverage of the high school football game of the week. And tonight, our Week 6 matchup brings us to the Trailways Small Conference as the undefeated Johnson Creek Blue Jays are in town to take on the Rio Fall River Rebels. Hi again, everybody. Mike Tronson with you at the football field, joined by my good friend and partner, Tim Haldeman. Justin Wilski is our engineer/videographer for tonight's broadcast. And our video sponsors for tonight's game include Farmers and Merchants Union Bank and Jimmy John's of Beaver Dam. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance Agent, Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Air Care, and Columbus Family Dues a little bit here tonight in Week 6.
Well, Mike, the one tonight, because I see the kids out here right now trying to catch a football out there, and it is about as near to impossible as you can get. It's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to get worse as the night goes on. The grass, of course, is going to be wetter than Dickens. And here at Rio, there is an area that is used on the field that is actually part of the baseball infield, and that is all sand on the other side. Well, tonight it is as near a quagmire as you're going to get, and that's only going to get worse as there is traffic throughout the game on that. And there'll be some young men that are going to be having a little fun sliding in the sand out there. Normally, that particular area is right near second base on the baseball diamond. But tonight, it's going to be a fun time on the old football field. These kids, they actually love it. They sort of get a kick out of this, to be very honest. But it's tough to play the game of football in these kind of conditions. So it'll be interesting. No doubt, Johnson Creek the favorite here tonight over a co-op team that Rio and Fall River back together again. And homecoming here tonight in Rio. So we'll see if that has any effect on this ball game.
Yeah, let's talk about these two teams a little bit. You mentioned, Tim, that Rio and Fall River, this is year number 1 of their co-op, as they were separate programs for the last I don't know how many years, but they have gotten together this year, year 1 of the co-op, and they come into tonight's game with a record of 2-3 overall. They are 0-2 currently in Trailways Small action. Meanwhile, undefeated record of 5-0. And they are a perfect 2-0 in conference. I believe the Blue Jays ranked 8th in the small schools division of the latest football state rankings. And just to give you an idea of how good it's been for Johnson Creek on both sides of the ball, the Blue Jays are scoring on average 45.4 points per ball game. That's their scoring average this year. And defensively, how about this? They've allowed an average of only 5.4 points per ball game. That's pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, to say the least. And, yeah, let's face it, their competition level that they're playing isn't top in the state either by any stretch of the imagination, as we just took a look out there. Mike, did you catch the coin toss? Nope, we didn't catch it. But yeah, that's... it's going to be tough for to Fall River Rio tonight to stay in the ball game. But hey, you know what? Footballs take funny bounces when the grass gets wet. Footballs get wet, so one never knows. As the passing game will be limited to a great degree.
Well, for Johnson Creek, they can do it through the air and they can do it on the ground. Justin Swanson is a name that you're going to hear an awful lot. He's the quarterback for the Blue Jays. Some impressive numbers for Swanson so far this year. He's thrown for 604 yards and 9 touchdowns. And on the ground, he's their leading rusher, 496 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground. And I imagine, as you said, Tim, with the weather being the way, Swanson is a very, very talented player. Sam Budig, also a fine running back. He's got 411 yards on the ground and 8 touchdowns so far this year. Howie Oshelski spells him a little bit, 159 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns. So certainly offensively, this Blue Jays team is loaded. Defensively, we mentioned they're allowing less than 6 points a game on average. Nick Hoffman, Wyatt Owen with 32 tackles apiece. Isaiah Wallet and Bo Hartwig, 28 tackles apiece. This team is just getting it done. Over on the Rio Fall River side, they have struggled a little bit offensively. They've scored, on average, they're averaging 19.2 a game. Defensively, they've allowed only 21 points per game. So defensively, it hasn't been too bad. Offensively, though, they've struggled. They've only scored, I want to say, 3 or 4 touchdowns over the last couple of weeks. So they're trying to get that offense going. But again, I was talking with head coach Cody Schultz this week, Tim, and he understands, hey, this is year one of a co-op, and you're taking kids from 2 schools. You're trying to mesh them together, and especially on the offensive side, you can understand maybe some of the struggles because you've got kids from Rio that were used to playing kind of a double wing formation on offense, now trying to play more of a spread offense that Fall River had employed before the co-op. And so guys are maybe learning new roles, new terminology, things of that nature, and it just takes a little time for that to develop. I mean, you look at Horicon Eustis for their co-op, those 2 schools to mesh, and I would imagine the same could be said here, is that it's just going to take a little time for this co-op to grow a little bit.
Not only that they have to learn each other's names. I'm serious. I mean, some of these kids have never met each other before. Even though they're only a little ways away from each other. It takes a couple weeks before you know each other's names. You're out there, trying to find a place on the squad and trying to find a position maybe that you can fulfill throughout the season, and you're trying to beat out the other guy, and you're not really worried about somebody's name. And hopefully by this hour of the season, that part has been at least taken care of. But friendships and camaraderie all mean a whole lot, and you surely can't expect much throughout the first 3 weeks of the season.
Well, Cody Schultz, he said, we're building something here. We're taking 2 schools. We're making 1 program. He said, you can understand some of the struggles when he told me that only really 7 players on this roster for Rio Fall River played meaningful minutes last year for their schools. So a lot of inexperience at certain positions, a lot of youth, and this is going to take a little time. But he said the numbers in the program are good, and that's always a good sign. They've got roughly 35 on the roster at the high school level, 26 to 27, 28 at the middle school level. They've even got 26 kids playing 4th and 5th grade football right now. So for these
individually throughout the last half a dozen years or so, there was a time, Mike, about 5 or 6 years ago when Fall River was over forever. I mean, it was really difficult, and it was just a major struggle at Fall River to even win a game. Well, then all of a sudden here comes Joe Zander and company, and Joe got the program going. He got a bunch of kids that really bought into the program to the point where they even got themselves a new stadium that, I don't know, did Cody Schultz build it or did Joe Zander build it?
I don't know.
You build it, they will come.
They will come.
Yeah. But no, compliments to the taxpayers in the city of Fall River and the surrounding area and the school district. It's something to be proud of, and I can remember, Mike, 3 or 4 years ago when you and I went over there, and that's when things were going really, really well for Fall River football. And they were talking at that time about the process, that they had some land and they were going to build this new facility, and it was just going to be the greatest thing that ever hit the city of Fall River, or village of Fall River, I guess I should say it the proper way. And hey, it's come to fruition. Congratulations. I guarantee you it took a ton of work. I personally have not seen it yet. Would love to, and I'm sure there's probably some people that would much rather be there tonight, seeing as though there would be no mud, as we're going to see here tonight. But actually, this field here, Mike, it's all sand. And I will tell you from, for as much rain as we had about a half an hour ago, we'd be playing baseball up there right now. It is all sand, and even the outfield as far as that goes.
Well, we're just a few minutes away from kickoff. We were mentioning Justin Swanson and some of his teammates, how good they are on the Johnson Creek side. Looking at some of the numbers for the Rebels of Rio Fall River, Carson Richardson is the quarterback. Through 5 games, he's thrown for 508 yards and 5 touchdowns. Tegan Prochnow, the leading rusher for this Rebels crew, 416 yards on the ground, 6 touchdowns this season. He averages 6.6 yards per carry. Jacob Rowe and Nick Larson do a nice job catching balls. Rowe, the leading receiver, with 3 touchdowns, 219 yards. Nick Larson, 112 yards receiving, and both of them averaging over 10 yards per catch. Tegan Prochnow, he goes both ways like a lot of these players do. On defense, Tegan Prochnow leads the team with 21 tackles. Nick Larson, Gavin Woodill also up there with 15 and 16 tackles respectively. And for Rio Fall River, they don't have a lot of margin for error. If they want to make the postseason, they pretty much have to win the rest of their games, or at least I want to say 3 out of 4 is what they're going to have to get to make the playoffs. Johnson Creek, as we said, the Blue Jays in very, very good shape as they have yet to lose a game. I didn't catch the coin toss. Do we know who's receiving the opening kickoff, gentlemen? Did we catch that? Well, they don't seem to know, but we'll give you the offensive starters for the Rebels of Rio Fall River, coached by Cody Schultz in his first year at the helm. Of course, Cody was with the Fall River program the last couple of years as an assistant, so he's no stranger to this program. But the offensive starters, I mentioned some of them already. The quarterback is Carson Richardson, a 5'11" 160-pound senior. At the running back is Tegan Prochnow, a senior at 5'10", 195. Lots of receivers to start, and those receivers are Austin Blevins, a 5'11" 150-pound junior. Jacob Rowe, a junior at 6'4", 190. Also at receiver, Nick Larson, 5'8" 165-pound senior. And Sam Osterhaus, a junior, he's 5'10", 140. Looking at the line, the left tackle is Gavin Woodill. He is a sophomore, 6'1", 200 pounds. The left guard, Dalton Barker, 6'5", 270-pound senior. At center is Dakota Johnson. He is a 6 foot tall, 180-pound senior. Right guard is Matthew Morton, senior at 6'5", 200, and the right tackle is Bryce Locke, a junior, 6'1", 215 pounds. So those are your offensive starters for the Rebels. And now let's give you some defensive starters for the Blue Jays from Johnson Creek, and they are coached by Tim Wagner in his 33rd year at the helm. And looking at the defensive ends, they are Sam Toby, a 6'2", 215-pound junior. Also at D end is Dalton Bredlow, junior at 5'11". Include Leo Sabala, 5'7", 195-pound junior, and Nick Hoffman. He is a 6'1", 230-pound senior. Looking at the linebackers, they are Isaiah Wallet, 5'8", 160, and a senior. Bo Hartwig, 6'1", junior at 170 pounds, and Wyatt Owen. Wyatt is a 6'2", 185-pound junior. The cornerbacks tonight, Howie Olszewski, a junior at 5'11", 165, along with Sam Budig, 6'1", junior at 170 pounds. And the safeties include Justin Swanson, 5'10", 190-pound senior, along with Skylar Griffiths. He is a sophomore, 6 feet tall, 165 pounds. So there you have it. And again, we had a slight delay getting this game going tonight, but the rain has pretty much stopped here for the most part. Again, we had some thunder and lightning about 6:15, 6:30 tonight, and we had to wait because the rule states that you cannot resume the game, or in this case, we can't resume the warm-ups until it has been at least 30 minutes since the last lightning strike. And so the folks here at Rio Fireman's Park, the staff following the protocol when the lightning and thunder started, they pulled the teams off the field for their safety, and we waited it out. And now we'll have some football here in just a few moments. You're going to be starting the introductions here momentarily, And, of course, we'll have the
Clubs line up pretty much even on the front five. The big boys up front, they're just about even on that. And
we're going to pause here, Tim, for the national anthem. We'll keep it here, but our national anthem. Our national anthem here at Rio Fireman's Park. And alongside my good friend and partner, Tim Haldeman, Mike Tronson with you for the high school. Justin Wilski, our engineer and videographer tonight. Our video sponsors for this game, again, include Farmers and Merchants Union Bank and Jimmy John's of Beaver Dam. Tonight's game also brought to you by Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Air Care, and Columbus Family Dental. This is our Week 6 matchup. Hard to believe we're already into Week 6 of this high school football season. And our Week 7 broadcast next week on October 4th, Tim, should be a fun one. We go to Lodi, where the Blue Devils will host the Columbus Cardinals. And looking forward to that one. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff next Friday night, October 4th. Our pregame coverage on Daily Dodge at 6:45. And Columbus much improved this year, and always fun when they get together with Lodi. It was always a battle.
Oh, yeah, we've seen some good ones over the years, Mike. And one other thing I was mentioning just prior to the national anthem, and that was the fact that both of these clubs, as you mentioned, Mike, have a number of young men going both ways. Johnson Creek with 8 going both ways, whereas Rio Fall River with 7. And, injuries always play a big part in any football game. If you don't believe it, take a look at last night's Packer game. We could talk about that at length.
Yes, we could.
Trust me.
We're not going to, but we could.
No, well, we might at halftime. Might be a topic. But what I'm saying is that, you get a couple of young men injured on your team. Not only does it injure you on one side, the substitute may be good on one side. He may not be good on the other. Mm-hmm. Boy, I'll tell you, it just makes a huge, huge difference in the game of football.
The Blue Jays will receive the opening kickoff tonight, and as you see on your video screen, they will move right to left. They're in the white jerseys with the yellow pants, the blue numbers, and the white helmets. Rio Fall River with the gray jerseys with the black numbers, the red trim. It's going to be hard to read those Rio Fall River numbers. Going to be very difficult when you have black on gray. We'll do our best, but it's going to be Christian Perez to kick it away for the Rebels. And as we said, Justin Swanson and Skylar Griffiths go back deep to receive for the Blue Jays. We are finally ready for football on this rainy night. Here's the approach by Perez. Short end-over-end kick. It's angling out of bounds, and it will go out of bounds, and the flag comes out. And so that's the way we start things tonight with the opening kickoff going out of bounds.
Never, ever a good sign, Mike. And one thing you'll talk about the referees, that poor guy that had to throw the flag on the first ball out of bounds, that's never good. Never good, because he's got to, these guys got to go home together. They usually stop on the way going home somewhere. The first guy that throws the flag, you know what happens. It's his turn.
His turn.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays from their own 35-yard line as we get this game underway here at Rio Fireman's Park. Thanks for tuning in to the DailyDodge.com Game of the Week. And a couple of receivers split wide to the right side. Quarterback Justin Swanson will go out of the gun. Wingback left side on this 1st and 10 play for the Blue Jays. Now they motion a man. That's Garza across the 35, breaks a tackle 40, and out across the 45-yard line. And looks like he's going to have enough for a first down as he picks up 10 on the play. So just like that, one play, 10 yards, a first down for the Blue Jays out to their own 45-yard line. Nice run by Budig.
Student body right, pitch to the right out of the shotgun formation, and good running by the hard-nosed Sam Budig.
On 1st and 10 again, this time from their 45. They motion Garza to the right. And a quick throw. It's caught out there on the right side, and for a short gain that time. And that reception was made by Skylar Griffiths. Griffiths picks up 2, maybe 3 on the play. Let's see where they mark it. Out to about the 47. So it's a gain of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Blue Jays as we are now 1 minute into the contest.
Good safe call on the first pass of the game. Always a good thing to get those jitters out of the way early on a short pass.
2nd and 8 from the 47-yard line. And there's movement on the defensive line, but they're going to snap it and hand it off. And straight ahead to the midfield stripe goes Budig. Budig picks up about 3 yards to set up a 3rd down and 5. And we are now a little more than a minute and a half into this ball game. 3rd and 5-yard line. Couple receivers to the right again. And this is a keeper, and this is Swanson. He could go. He's inside the 30, left side 20, 10, 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Johnson Creek. No flags on the play as he takes it 50 yards for the score. We're a minute and 59 seconds into the game. It's 6-0 Johnson Creek.
Mike, it was rather glaring, very honestly, to listen to your pregame. Justin Swanson is the oil that makes this club go. No doubt about it, whether it be passing or running, coming in as the leading ground gainer of the club with almost 100 yards per game. Well, he got half of that right there.
So now it will be Griffiths to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Swanson.
Whoa.
And before the ball's even snapped, we've got movement and a whistle. And it's offside on the Rebels. Yeah, the guy trying to come in on the right side and rush the kicker, and no, he was a little bit too early on that attempt. So now they'll try it again. Griffiths again out of the hold of Swanson. Here's the snap back. Placement down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 10:01 to go first quarter. And our score, Johnson Creek 7 and Rio Fall River nothing. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we're back after this on DailyDodge.com.
Are you looking for that long-term relationship? Are you looking for someone who cares? This is Randy Bubbles, President and CEO of Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We do care and we strive for that long-term relationship. Banking, that is. Community banking is all about supporting you, as well as the communities we live in. Our team at Farmers and Merchants Union Bank live in the same neighborhoods as you. We drive on the same streets. Our kids share the same schools and play at the same parks. We take your financial needs seriously and help you find a solution, no matter how simple or complex. We know you, you know us. No gimmicks. Just common sense banking with all the technology advances you have come to expect, with a twist, someone to talk to. We like long-term relationships, and we do care. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Stop in to see us. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Eco Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Here we go as Alex Garza will kick it away for the Blue Jays. And the kick fielded near the 15, out to the 20, 25, and bouncing to the outside And getting spun down and now pushed back on the return for the Rebels. It was that was Carl Miller on the return for the Rebels. Again, folks, I apologize. I am going to have a very difficult time reading those numbers on the Rio Fall River jerseys. I love the color scheme, but I cannot, even with binoculars, I'm having trouble seeing the numbers, folks.
I can't see them with the naked eye.
Yeah, we'll do the best we can. I mean, it's going to be difficult. So here we go, 1st and 10. The ball's at the 27 for the Rebels. Quarterback Richardson ducks under center with a couple receivers to each side, and they'll keep it on the ground. Pushing forward, nice run out to the 35-yard line. And it was Prochnow on the carry. Prochnow takes it from the 27 out to the 35-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and about 2, maybe 3 to go. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. And Richardson on the 2nd down play tosses, and getting upended was Nick Larson as he tried to go off the left side. Larson gets out across the 35 to about the 36 and only picked up about a yard or so on the play. 3rd down and about 2, maybe a little less than that to go.
Penalty flag, Mike.
Oh, didn't see the flag. Let's see what the call is. I didn't see what the call was.
Block in the back.
Illegal block in the back. Thank you. So that's going to push the Rebels back to their 26-yard line. 9 minutes and counting left in the first quarter. It's 7-0 in favor of the Blue Jays. A 50-yard touchdown run by Justin Swanson a few moments ago. That was his 8th rushing touchdown on the season. And it gives the Blue Jays the early lead. All right, it is 2nd down and 12 from the 26, and on the carry, out to the near side goes Larson. Larson gets across the 30 to about the 31.
Well, last thing in the world you need, Mike, after having given up a 4-play drive in about 2.5 minutes to begin the game, and that is a penalty on the offensive side. Man, it just
tough to overcome, isn't it?
Throws your offense into a tough situation, and for a team that isn't the strongest in the world passing anyway, it just puts them in a tough situation.
On 3rd and 7 from the 31. This is a 1st down for Rio Fall as Larson carried again. Larson with a nice run to the near side gets bumped out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. So it's a fresh set of downs for the Rebels as they move left to right across your TV screen or your computer screen, whatever it may be. And as they come back to the line of scrimmage, it's 2 receivers split wide to the left, 1 receiver to the near side of the field. Backs will line up in the eye. And the handoff, and that's the fullback going straight ahead. Prochnow. Tegan Prochnow straight up the middle. Lost him in a pile of white jerseys there to greet him, but he still picked up 2, maybe 3. Let's see. They're going to call it a gain of 2 officially. We'll call it 2nd down and 8 for the Rebels from their own 42-yard line. 7:28 and counting left in the opening stanza. Right now it's Johnson Creek 7, Rio Fall River nothing, but the Rebels nearing midfield and trying to continue this drive. 2nd and 8. Same formation as last time. Go to the left side, and Larson will take it out across the 45, and there's flags
flag
down.
on the far side.
A couple of flags down. Let's see what we got here.
If they turn their back, it's not a block in the back. They turn their back.
And right now the Rebels sideline not had it's a legal block in the back, and again the Rebels sideline not real happy about it. So that'll back them up to the 33.
Well, they were able to overcome the first holding penalty, and now they've got a block in the back here. So we'll see if the offense can muster up enough strength to create another first down.
2nd and 15 for the Rebels from their own 33. Single receiver to the left, 2 to the right this time. And the give, I believe that's Prochnow. He got stood up and pushed back. Or was that Larson? Let's see. It was Prochnow. All right. He lost yardage on that play. Tim back to about the 31. He's going to set up 3rd and roughly 17 to go. Approaching the halfway point of this first quarter, 6:03 and counting left in the opening stand. Receivers, it's trips to the near side. Single receiver to the left. And here comes pressure, and the quarterback is sacked. And that is Leo Sabala, the defensive tackle. He's a 5'7" junior, but he came barreling in with his teammates and drops him back at the 24-yard line.
-9.
Yep. And 4th and 26, and it'll be a punting situation for the Rebels here. So Christian Perez will punt it. And there's the snap back, and he will get the kick away. High floater, and a fair catch signaled at the 46-yard line by Justin Swanson, and he will field it right there. And that's where the Blue Jays will take over with a really good field position. 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line with 5:08 remaining in the opening stanza. On the scoreboard, it's Johnson Creek 7, Rio Fall River nothing.
And who caught that punt, Mike? That
Swanson.
Was Justin Swanson.
That was Justin Swanson.
He just does a little bit of everything out
there. He does. He's can I say that term again? He's the Swiss Army knife here on this team. He does it all. All right, 2 receivers to each side. Swanson out of the gun on 1st and 10 for the Jays from their 46-yard line. Now they motion a man, and that's Olszewski. He takes the handoff. Right side he goes and gets tripped up. Nice job defensively there. A couple of Rebel defenders there to greet him. He lost yard, beg your pardon. Prochnow brought him down, and again, loss of about a yard. So it'll set up 2nd and 11. 4:43 and counting left in the first period. 2nd and 11 for the Blue Jays from their own 45. Ball's over on the far side of the field on what would be that right hash, and Swanson fakes the hand. A play action throws. It is incomplete. And that'll set up a 3rd and 11.
They threw that pass right over in the sandy area right near second base there, Mike, and it's going to be some tough sledding over there.
Yes, it is.
For a while.
Probably all over the field, but
puddles decide to head down through the sand.
Did they put down any Diamond Dry out there?
Not tonight.
Not tonight for this game, huh?
That has never been used at Rio. Never. That field has no clue what Diamond Dry is.
3rd and 11 for the Blue Jays from their own 45. Wing back to the near side. 2 receivers split wide to the right, and Swanson takes the snap, run around with it, 45-50, breaks a tackle, runs into his own man, and he's still on his feet as he spins inside the 45. Looks like he got the first down for the Blue Jays, and that was all Swanson on that run. As, he gets to about the 42-yard line of the Rebels. What a run that was.
That was an 11-yard gain, Mike, and he went backwards.
He did.
For about the last 4 or 5.
Little spin move, and he, just kept going. Kept the 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays now in Rebel territory at about the 42-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side. Now they motion a man, and he'll take the handoff, and Rio Fall River ready for it there. On the carry that time. Is that Garza? Let's see. That was Garza on the carry that time. Garza able to get down to the 40, just inside the 40. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 coming up. And Sam Osterhaus made the stop for the Rebels on that play. 3:20 and counting left in the opening period. 2nd and 8 for the Blue Jays on the Rebel 40-yard line. Swanson barks out the signals. Takes the snap. He's going to run with it, following his blocker. 40, lowers the shoulder, dives inside the 35-yard line before Prochnow brings him down. And they'll mark it at the 39-yard line. Gain of about 6 on that play. And it'll be 3rd down and 2. 2:39 and counting left in the opening stanza. Well, despite the weather, good crowd here tonight. It is homecoming at Rio, and that's why this game is being played here tonight and not at the complex in Fall River. Giving some love to the Rio community on this. And the toss. This is Olszewski, breaks a tackle, and still on his feet as he gets down to the 30-yard line. Let's see here. Is there a flag down? Let's see. There's a flag down. He got to the 30, which would be enough for a first down, but this may be coming back. And the call is, wait a minute here.
I think it's just a sideline warning, Mike.
It could be. Our official was walking to the.
See that? Okay, folks at home, there's a 3-yard area between the sideline and where the people can walk, the substitutes, the coaches. There's a 3-yard area which allows the officials to work. If the officials are working in that area and they have the unfortunate situation to bang into a player, the first one is a team warning, and they have to throw a flag to illustrate that it is a penalty.
Well, wait a minute now, because they're if it's a warning, this is not
he's walking it off.
Yeah, he's walking it off. This is not a warning. So they have placed the ball at the 15-yard. That's a 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10 Blue Jays on the 15-yard line. That was a 15-yard penalty from the 30 down to the 15. Wow. And now the Blue Jays will go to work as they wind the clock on 1st and 10. Swanson this time under center. It's on the ground, but recovered, it looks like, by the Blue Jays. Yeah, there was a muffed exchange there, and that was Garza that fell on it. Minute 49 and counting left in the first quarter, and that is a break for the Blue Jays, although they lost 4 yards back to the 19, where it's going to be 2nd and 14. The Blue Jays huddling here, leading 7-0, but knocking on the door, looking for more. They're in the red zone. 2nd and about 14 for Johnson Creek from the Rio Fall River 19-yard line. This time Swanson's out of the pistol as he barks out the signals, takes the snap. He's going to run with it and spins out of one tackle, another spin move, and still going as he tries to get back towards the 15. He's brought down in by a host of gray jerseys. Let's see where they mark it. Right around the 16, so he got 3 back, and it'll set up now 3rd down and 11 for the Blue Jays with under a minute to play first quarter. He's a tough customer. He really is.
He's got quick feet, Mike.
Yeah, he does.
You can tell just looking at his legs. He's a kid that's got a lot of strength in his legs, Mike. He's going to break some tackles.
3rd down and 11 for the Blue Jays from the 16 of Rio Fall River under center, and he goes back to throw, rolling to the right side. Still wanting to throw. Now he's going to run with it. He's to the 15, hurdles a man, gets down inside the 10. Now he hurdled to demark this.
No doubt 4-down territory here as the Jays will go for it, but they're probably going to switch ends first.
Well, they're calling it 4th and about 4, so he picked up, it was actually about 7 yards on that play down to about the 10 or just inside the 10. But that's the end of the quarter with our score after 1. Johnson Creek 7, Rio Fall River nothing. We're back after this break. You're listening and watching the high school football game of the week on dailydodge.com.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb. This world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Tim Haldeman from Rio Fireman's Park. Second quarter getting underway in this Trailways small conference matchup. Johnson Creek leading Rio Fall River 7-0 after 1. And right now the Blue Jays knocking on the door again as they are faced with a 4th down and about 4 to go from just inside the Rebels' 10-yard line. Of course, they switch ends of the field at the quarter change, so now Johnson Creek moving from our left to our right. 4th and 4 from just inside the 10. We'll call it the 9. And Swanson's out of the gun on this play as they motion a man, and Swanson going to run to the left. He's got a couple of blockers. Cut back, dives inside the 5, and they're going to stop him. Let's see here.
Absolutely beautiful.
He didn't have much to go. The ball's going to go over on downs to Rio Fall River. They were ready for that one. And did he get anything on that play, Tim? Looks like maybe no gain or loss.
Well,
No,
is he at the 10 or is he at the 5?
No, he's at the 10, so he didn't get anything.
Then he lost a yard, actually.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's tough to tell from our angle, even through the binoculars, but that's just great defense by the Rebels. And now they start off with the shadow of their own goalpost, but they've got the ball. 1st and 10 for the Rebels from their own 10-yard line, moving right to left in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the near side of the field. One split wide to the right. And they'll keep it on the ground, and boy, not much happening.
Where's the ball?
That was Larson on the carry.
Come on. That's an inadvertent whistle.
Is Richardson even out there at quarterback?
Cody.
Well, he lost 5 on that one.
Yeah, they mark it back. Yeah, right around that 5-yard line, so it would be 2nd and 15. 2 receivers to each side. Empty backfield. Here's Richardson actually running to the right side, and
boy, they are over in the dark.
Yeah, you can hardly see it in the dark over there.
The lights don't go in that area.
Well, it's a loss of a yard on that run, trying to go right side that time.
3rd and 16.
Yeah, they mark it back around the 4 where it's going to be 3rd and 16. So here we go on 3rd and 16 from the 4. And they'll just keep it on the ground, and just nothing happening. Defense was all over that one.
That is close to a safety.
It was very close, but we had, we had Dalton Bredlow, Sam Toby out there defensively. And now, what do we got here? Our official coming over towards the Rebels sideline. And clock is stopped with 11:15 to go first half. and the Rebels are going to have to punt.
Mike, the problem is there was a clock issue of some kind.
That sounds like it, yeah.
Apparently during that run, immediately following, the clock was stopped inadvertently.
Okay, now they are running it.
Yeah.
That happens once in a while. All right, but Christian Perez is back in it. He's underneath the crossbar of the goalpost, ready to receive the snap and punt this away. And he gets it away, and actually not a bad kick considering the circumstances. Swanson has it, though, at the 35 to the 30, left sideline 25-20, still on his feet, and then gets upended as he gets inside the 20 down near the 15, but a short field here for the Blue Jays as, again, considering the circumstances, I didn't think it was the worst kick in the world. It was actually pretty good, but then Swanson with a nice return. He's tough, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays, and they've got the ball right at the 15-yard line of the Rebels. So Swanson takes it to the 15. It'll be 1st and 10, and it'll be trips to the right for Johnson Creek. Single receiver to the left. And Budig is the lone setback, standing right next to Swanson, who's in the gun on 1st and 10 from the Rebel 15. And he takes the snap. Wants to throw. And he's being pressured. He will be sacked on the play. Is that Woodall? Let's see. It was Gavin Woodall on the sack for Rio Fall River. And he got in there and just grabbed onto Swanson, wouldn't let him go. And they marked this.
We're going to give him a loss of 7, Mike.
Yeah, back to the 23. So it'll be 2nd and about 17. And Swanson this time ducks under center, split backs behind him. Single receiver left, wing back to the right side. And the give, it's a reverse. And this is Garza. He's inside the 10, breaks a tackle, down inside the 5, heading towards the goal line. Did he get in? No. Very close.
Oh, my goodness.
A reverse. Garza takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. 18-yard pickup, 1st down and goal.
Well, that was an inside counter, Mike, as they gave the ball initially to the wing-back on the left side, and then the wing-back Garza on the right side came back around. And it's one of those, misdirection plays. It's very difficult if you don't have a whole lot of experience in the interior line and the linebackers. It really makes you hold your spots.
1st and goal for the Blue Jays on the Rebel 5-yard line. Swanson out of the gun. Man in motion to the right. Swanson has it. He'll run with it. Cut back, and he's straight ahead, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Johnson Creek. That is a 5-yard run for Swanson to go with a 50-yarder he had earlier. 9:09 to go in the first half. Rushing touchdown now number 9 for him on the season. And the Blue Jays will attempt the extra point. It'll be Griffiths trying to kick it out of the hold of Swanson. I'm not sure what the delay was for, but now we're ready to go here. So on the conversion try, there's the snap, placement down, kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it wide, so with 9:09 remaining in the first half, it's now 13-0 Johnson Creek over Rio Fall River. Back after this on DailyDodge.com.
With today's busy schedules, you need banking solutions that are available when you need them to be. This is Tara Ninman, Marketing Manager with Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We understand you want to bank when and where it's most convenient for you, and we've updated many of our digital banking products to make it even easier for you to bank with us. Our redesigned website is easier to view on mobile devices and has a clean, modern look. Our mobile app and online banking platforms have also been updated and include convenience features like mobile device fingerprint login, person-to-person payments, optional email and text alert notifications, and transfer of funds from our bank to another bank. Our business banking has also been updated with a new online business banking platform and business mobile app. Check it all out at fmub.bank, Farmers and Merchants Union Bank, Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And Alex Garza's ensuing kickoff is a short one, fielded by one of the up men out across the 40 to about the 43. So it's going to be decent field position for the Rebels after that Johnson Creek touchdown. And on the return that time was Olds, Javian Olds, a freshman. Short return out to about the 43, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels. 9:03 to go in the second quarter, and right now 13-0 Johnson Creek on top. Handoff, and we've got some running room out to the near side to the 50, and a nice tackle made by Justin Swanson, because Nick Larson had a head of steam, and he had some real estate out there, and Justin Swanson closed quickly to make that stop, Tim Haldeman, and it prevented what could have been a really big gainer.
Well, he hit the proverbial brick wall initially. Just a matter of fact, it reminded me of Jonathan Taylor in his run last week on his touchdown run, and came out here to the left side. There's nobody there.
Here we go on 2nd down and about 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Straight ahead running. That was Tegan Prochnow on the carry that time, just shy of 1st down yardage. He's going to set up a 3rd down and 1 for Rio Fall River. They've got the ball just across midfield into enemy territory. We'll call it the 47-yard line, roughly, of Johnson Creek. Just under 8 minutes to play until halftime festivities. 3rd and 1. Ball at the 47 of Johnson Creek. And, nope, it's a keeper, I guess. Let's see here.
Ooh, he's got it. He's got it by
quarterback
about
keeper, but he did get it, yep.
Foot.
So, a fresh set of downs. And the ball now at the 46-yard line of Johnson Creek. Blue Jays lead 13-0, but a long way to go in this one. See if the Rebels can make something happen here on this drive, which is now across midfield. And the toss, that's Larson, I think, right side. Let's see. Larson on the carry, takes it inside. Gain of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Larson now 27 yards gained rushing on 6 carries.
We're approaching the halfway point of this second quarter. Clock continuing to run. Just over 6.5 minutes remaining until intermission. And this is a 2nd and 7 for the Rebels from the Blue Jay 43, with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 to the right, I should say, and a handoff. And Johnson Creek defense was ready for that. Prochnow was stuffed. Couple of players in on the action. Nick Hoffman, the defensive tackle. Leo Sabala, also a defensive tackle there defensively for the Blue Jays. And that is, they lose a yard? Yep, lost about a yard. 3rd and 8 coming up.
Tegan Prochnow gained 8 yards in his first carry from scrimmage. Since that time, he has ran it 4 more times for no yardage.
Back to throw. Here comes pressure, and Richardson trying to get away from it, and he will be sacked. Sacked. That is Dalton Bredlow. Where's number 66? He's a 5'11", 205-pound defensive end, and drops him back at the 45-yard line.
11 on that play, and holy smokes, as we're looking at statistics here, Carson Richardson has ran the ball 5 times for -30. Figure it out. That's -6 per carry. That's not going to get you too far in this ball game.
Perez is going to have to punt it, but we have a timeout being called here. Timeout by the Rebels with 5:05 to go, second quarter. Right now it's Johnson Creek 13 and Rio Fall River nothing. Tonight's game again brought to you by our video sponsors, Farmers and Merchants Union Bank and Jimmy John's of Beaver Dam. Tonight's game is presented in part by Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Kevin Carnine, your American Family Insurance agent, Beaver Dam Community Hospital, Air Care, and Columbus Family Dental. Well, Tim, I'm going to ask you the age-old question. Do you say Crick or do you say Johnson Creek?
Well, okay. This is what I have been told officially.
Okay.
If you give it the whole name, you should say Johnson Creek.
Okay.
But if you're just going to cut it short and do the slang routine, you're going to call it Crick.
Now, do we know what the locals prefer, or what the residents of
that's what they prefer.
They call it Crick?
Johnson Creek or Crick.
Crick. Okay. I'm saying which one of the two do they
take your pick?
Take your pick. So okay, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yep.
But you can't say Johnson Crick is what you're saying.
That is correct.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just asking.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been told officially.
Yeah, Perez to punt. And Swanson back deep, but this one's going to go out of bounds.
There's a bad way, Mike. Good gracious. Why would that? I hope the folks at home saw that penalty. That is why you have guys in black and white shirts out there to prevent injury. That was just a block in the back right in front of the Johnson Creek bench on the far side. It was just blatant. Did you see it?
I was watching
you were probably
the ball.
watching the ball. Well, for some reason or other, I just happened to see that on the opposite side of the field, and the field is 52 yards wide, and then we're probably 35 yards from the field. Good gracious, that was awfully easy to pick out. Just no reason for that kind of penalty.
1st and 10 for the Blue Jays, but they are backed up now on their own 15-yard line after the penalty. So this is Swanson out of the gun. Quick throw to the near side, caught, and out across the 25 to about the 26 goes Isaiah Wallet. He's a 5'8", 160-pound senior. Started at linebacker tonight and making the reception that time on offense, and takes it out, as we said, across the 25 to about the 27. That's a gain of 12 and a fresh set of downs for the Blue Jays, as we are now at 4.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter of play. 13-0, Johnson Creek on top.
You could almost call that a trick play, Mike.
Yeah,
as that
I guess
is
you
the
could.
third pass attempted in this game by Johnson Creek, whereas Rio Fall River has not even attempted a pass yet.
And a handoff to Budig behind, and nice job there defensively by the Rebels, as Gavin Woodhill was in there to make the stop. Gain of close to 3. Actually, so they mark it at the 30. So it's going to be second and a short 8 or a long 7. Take your pick. Is it Creek or Crick? Take your pick. We're doing that all night long. Second down. We'll call it 2nd and 8, actually. And Swanson out of that shotgun again. Has the snap. Good protection. Now he's going to throw. It is going to be, is it caught? No, they're saying, no, they are saying catch.
Yep.
That was a catch. They rule it a catch. Skylar Griffiths across the 45 to about the 48-yard line, and it's a first down for Johnson Creek. It was very tough to tell, and I thought for a moment they were going to say incomplete, but no, they rule it a catch. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays as they are out to the 48-yard line. Wow, that was something.
Yeah, it was diving right on the turf, and a gain on the play of 12 yards, and the whole Fall River bench here was
saying incomplete.
Incomplete.
Nope, that's not what the official said. Swanson to the left side, 50, 45. He's to the 40, still on his feet, diving to the 35. He is so difficult to bring down. As he gets down to the 35-yard line, that is a gain of 17 on the play. Johnson Creek up 13-0 and looking for more before they get to halftime. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays on the 35-yard line of Rio Fall River.
I tell you, Swanson's got his own little style of running, doesn't he?
He does. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. On 1st and 10, low snap. Swanson has it, throws. It is dropped over on the far side. And that was Griffiths again, the intended receiver, who could not come up with it. Throw was a little bit low, but probably should have had that one. Could not hang on. And it'll be 2nd and 10 back at the 35. Clock stopped now with 2 minutes and change. 2:04 to go, second period.
Justin Swanson knocking on the 100-yard mark already. Rushing the football. 9 carries for 93 yards and a pair of touchdowns.
2nd and 10 Blue Jays from the Rebel 35-yard line. There's Swanson in that familiar shotgun. Now they motion a man. That is Wallet. He'll take the handoff. Coming to the right side. 35. Still on his feet. Down near the 31-yard line. Before being upended on the play, Christian Perez was out there with some help from his friends. And Wallet taken down at the 31. It was a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Blue Jays with 1:40 and counting left in the half. Ball's on the 31-yard line of the Rebels. Boy, after that down, and not much happening right now weather-wise, is there?
Got away lucky, very honestly.
We really did. We really did. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right, and we have a timeout being called. Let's see. We do. Timeout by the Blue Jays, and that is their first timeout of the half. Each team has used 1 timeout, 2 remaining for both clubs with $1.16 left in the first half. Again, a reminder that our high school football game of the week next Friday night, October 4th, we head to Lodi, as the Blue Devils will play host to the Columbus Cardinals. And that is our featured Week 7 matchup with our pregame coverage here on DailyDodge.com starting at 6:45 p.m. Kickoff is at 7. We are looking forward to that one as we do every week. But, yeah, we've talked about it in the outset tonight. Columbus and Lodi, they've had some battles over the years, those two teams.
Not only that, Mike, we get to take our new digs, by the way. Anybody that can see us on video, which, by the way, Justin's probably not going to show us.
I'd rather he not show us.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
I got a face for radio.
There you go.
Or not to be seen on the
We've got new digs supporting our DailyDodge.com.
Swag, they call. This is swag.
There you go.
This is called. Yes.
But, yeah, we get to go to Lodi where, brother, that is the Taj Mahal of all high school sports broadcasters, I want to tell you.
Well, it is. 3rd and 6 for the Blue Jays from the Rebel 31 with trips to the left. Swanson barking the signals out from the shotgun. Bootig standing next to him, and Swanson will run with it. To the right side, 30. And pushed out of bounds. Know that he got a first down.
Just a little bit short, but 4-down territory.
Oh, absolutely.
He's going to be about a yard short, so we got 5 on that one.
I was telling the Rio staff here, I said, this is a smaller press box, but I said, compared to some of the press boxes we used to broadcast, and this is spacious. I mean, this is the Pfister Hotel compared to some of the press boxes.
I'd call this Super 8, maybe.
Well, no. I think it's nicer than that. Come on.
All right. Next week is
the Holiday Inn. Okay.
Okay, we'll call it the Holiday Inn.
There you go.
Whereas next week is the Hyatt.
Yeah, that's the Pfister next week. All right. 4th and 2, they go for it, of course, and Swanson, little hesitation move, stutter steps, and did he get inside the 25? Oh, yeah. He did, and that will move the chains. Speaking of the Pfister, I'm going to be in downtown Milwaukee tomorrow afternoon, so maybe I'll stop by. Do you have a room, sir?
Well, you got $400?
Well, if I do enough football games, I might. But
oh, goodness.
It's going to take a while, though.
That's a couple seasons for me, Mike.
That's a couple seasons, isn't it?
Oh, I got to talk to my agent.
45 seconds and counting left in the half. There's a football game going on here. 1st and 10 now for the Blue Jays from the 24-yard line of the Rebels. And
too much time?
Flag? Did they take too much time? Let's see here.
Boy.
And the call is it's illegal procedure. It was not. I didn't think they had taken too much time, but so a 5-yard procedure penalty will mark it back to the 29, and it'll be
the Blue Jays are not in a hurry.
They're not. Now they do have 2 timeouts, but you think there'd be a little more urgency maybe. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right on this 1st and 15 play. Swanson looking to throw. Left side wide open. There's a man down near the 17. The catch was made by, was that Garza? I'm trying to see his number. The catch was actually made by Wyatt Owen. Where's number 8? And Johnson Creek calling timeout with 8 seconds remaining in the half.
I got a 12-yard gain on that play, Mike.
Yeah, they mark it down around the, I want to say it's about the 17, roughly. So that would be a 12-yard pickup, as you said, but a timeout was called by the Blue Jays, their second of the half, 1 remaining and only 8 seconds. So if you're the Blue Jays here, I suppose with a second down and 8 seconds, you maybe just take a couple of quick shots at the end zone, and that's probably what you do, I would guess. Now they're saying reset the clock to 9 seconds, so it's not going to give them much extra time, but they'll reset it here as we are just about to halftime. 13-0 Johnson Creek. And again, we talked about, Rio Fall River has not played that poorly defensively this year. And in this game so far, they're hanging tough with a very talented offensive club. Obviously, offensively, that's been a different story. They've struggled this year.
Well, and I'll tell you what, when you hear the offensive stats for Rio Fall River at halftime, they are barely going to be in the plus side.
2nd down and 3 for the Blue Jays from the Rebels 17. 9 seconds left in the half. Garza in motion. And this is Swanson looking to throw. It is incomplete as it bounced in front of the intended receiver, who was Isaiah Wallet. 6 seconds remaining. So it's a 3rd down and 3. 6 seconds. So I guess you probably get 2 shots at it. 3rd and 4th down if you need it. And that's pretty much going to end the half.
That one only took 3 seconds.
Yeah, I would imagine that if they do another quick one here, if they don't score on it, if it's an incomplete pass, then obviously 4th down with about 3 or 4 seconds to go. Ball's over on that far side of the field. 3rd and 3, Blue Jays from the Rebels 17. And Garza in motion to the left. Swanson has it. Looking to throw, of course. Looking for Garza. It is... Did he catch it? Yes! Yep. Touchdown, Johnson Creek. Garza hauls it in from 17 yards out. As time expires, double zeros on the clock. It's 19-0. 19-0 in favor of the Jays. Now do they go for 2? Let's see. And as that touchdown is scored, you hear the 820 special rolling down the tracks next to Fireman's Park.
Johnny Cash breaks into action there.
With a passing touchdown, that is his 10th passing touchdown of the season, and he will be the holder for the extra point attempt. Griffith's kick is up, plenty of leg, and it is good. So that's the way the half comes to an end. And at the break, our score, Johnson Creek 20 and Rio Fall River nothing. Stay with us. We'll have our halftime report in just a few moments. This is the high school football game of the week on DailyDodge.com.
Are you looking for that long-term relationship? Are you looking for someone who cares? This is Randy Bubbles, President and CEO of Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We do care and we strive for that long-term relationship. Banking, that is. Community banking is all about supporting you, as well as the communities we live in. Our team at Farmers and Merchants Union Bank live in the same neighborhoods as you. We drive on the same streets. Our kids share the same schools and play at the same parks. We take your financial needs seriously and help you find a solution, no matter how simple or complex. We know you, you know us. No gimmicks. Just common sense banking with all the technology advances you have come to expect, with a twist, someone to talk to. We like long-term relationships and we do care. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Stop in to see us. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Air Care in Beaver Dam has been trusted by customers for over 37 years. This is Chad Guzzi, owner of Air Care, and we want to keep you happy and comfortable. From our courteous office staff to the honest and dependable technician in your home, our reliable team is working hard to provide heating and cooling solutions for you. We proudly serve the entire Dodge County area and beyond. Let us create the comfort in your home that you deserve. Call us today at 920-356-8860.
Sports injuries, nagging aches and pains. It's frustrating when your mobility is limited, preventing you from enjoying an active life. Beaver Dam Community Hospital's Institute for Movement and Orthopedics utilizes the latest surgical solutions to help you live pain-free. Their team of experts, from orthopedic surgeons to physical therapists, are in one location, collaborating to customize a plan that reclaims your quality of life. Learn how they can seamlessly maximize your mobility. Visit bdch.com/IMO.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamp, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
With today's busy schedules, you need banking solutions that are available when you need them to be. This is Taryn Ninman, Marketing Manager with Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We understand you want to bank when and where it's most convenient for you, and we've updated many of our digital banking products to make it even easier for you to bank with us. Our redesigned website is easier to view on mobile devices and has a clean, modern look. Our mobile app and online banking platforms have also been updated and include convenience features like mobile device fingerprint login, person-to-person payments, optional email and text alert notifications, and transfer of funds from our bank to another bank. Our business banking has also been updated with a new online business banking platform and business mobile app. Check it all out at fmub.bank. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We have reached halftime of our high school football game of the week. We are coming to you from Rio Fireman's Park. And at the break tonight in Trailway Small Conference action, it is the visiting Blue Jays from Johnson Creek leading the host Rio Fall River Rebels by the count of 20-0. My name is Mike Tronson alongside Tim Haldeman and Justin Wilski. And as we look at the first half scoring summary, one name is going to stick out at you very fast, and that is Justin Swanson, as he accounted for all 3 of the Blue Jays' touchdowns. A minute and 59 seconds into the game, Swanson ripped off a 50-yard run to pay dirt. The extra point was tacked on by Skylar Griffiths, so we were just under 2 minutes into the game. It was already 7-0 Johnson Creek. Then, a few minutes later, Justin Swanson again finding the end zone, this time a 5-yard run. Well, actually, this was, I beg your pardon, that was the only scoring play of the first quarter, the 50-yarder. Second quarter, at the 9:09 mark, Swanson 5-yard touchdown run. This time the extra point was missed wide left, so it was 13-0 in favor of Johnson Creek. At that, Swanson tossed a 17-yard touchdown pass to one of his receivers, Alex Garza. Griffiths attempted the extra point. This time it was good, and so that made it 20-0 as the half ended, and that's where we sit at the break, 20-0, Johnson Creek on top of Rio Fall River.
And taking a look at the team stats, individual stats throughout this first half, needless to say, with a score of 20-0, one would expect that Johnson Creek would be in command, and that is to say it at a minimum, Mike Tronson. Holy smokes. I mean, it's 192 total yards to 5 for the Fall River Rio Rebels tonight. 5 for 8 through the air for Justin Swanson, and as Mike mentioned, 2 touchdown passes, or pardon me, 1 touchdown pass to Alex Garza, and 19 carries on the ground for the Blue Jays this evening for 138 total net yards gained, 192 yards, whereas the Fall River Pirates, or I should say the Fall River Rio Rebels, were, they didn't pass in the first half. They didn't even attempt to pass. And 16 carries on the ground from scrimmage for a grand total of 5 yards. And Carson Richardson, or the quarterback, was attempting to pass a couple, 3 times, and took some losses, and that goes down as minus negative yardage gained rushing, and that's really hurt Tegan Prochnow. 5 carries for 8 yards, and Carson Richardson net minus 30 on 5 carries thus far this evening. Leading the way for the Blue Jays, none other than Justin Swanson, of course, with 11 rushes for 101 yards total. Sam Budig from his fullback spot, 3 carries for 16, and Alex Garza from his wingback spot, 3 carries for 18 yards. So that pretty much sums it up here in the first half. Total domination for the Johnson Creek Blue Jays in this first 24 minutes of football.
Yeah, they're just picking right up where they left off at the end of last week. They've been doing this every week. They have been just dominating their football games. You look at some of these scores. They beat Parkview Albany 40-0 in week 1. 43-14 over Shoreland Lutheran in week 2. 56-6 victory against Deerfield. That was week 3. They knocked off Cambria Friesland on 2 weeks ago. That was 34-7 at Cambria. And then last week it was a non-conference game against Menominee Indian, 54-0 win. So Johnson Creek has 2 shutouts on the season. They've allowed less than 6 points a game, and they're scoring 45, a little more than 45 a game. So, yeah, that's a recipe for success. And they just have, as we've seen, some very talented skill guys. Incredible what they've been able to do. And you look at, this Creek last year was 8-2, 6-1 in the conference, and they were in a 3-way tie for first place in the conference last year with both Lourdes and Fall River. 2 years ago, Johnson Creek's 7-3 record They were tied for second in the conference with a 5-2 mark. You go back to 2016, they were 6-4. You go back to 2015, they were 7-4. So this has been a team that's been pretty decent over the last couple of years. They've really taken it up a notch this year. And as I said, I believe they were ranked 8th in the small schools division of the latest state rankings, and you can see why.
Well, yeah, Mike, and it all starts at the top. Tim Wagner, an absolute 1,000% class act.
33rd year at the helm. 33 years in Crick.
There you go. Tim and I are very, very good friends. We have refereed a number of basketball games together.
You're good friends with him? That's not what he tells me.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing.
I know. And we've actually worked state baseball tournament together, numerous other baseball games together. He's a very fine umpire in his own right and a basketball referee, and very, very well respected throughout the local area. And I can guarantee you any athletic director would tell you that they would hire him in a heartbeat to do these types of games that we do. And he's just the kind of guy that the kids relate to, and they want to play for him. And when these kids, years from now look back at their class reunions, they're going to say, hey, I played for Coach Wagner. And that's why you have high school coaches that coach for as long as they do. Coaches are a tough thing to find nowadays, Mike Tronson. It's
coaches
really,
and officials both.
Well, yeah, we weren't going to go there, but you mentioned it, and it is without a doubt. It's probably two of the toughest jobs in a small town that, or any town nowadays. People just don't want to coach anymore. It's hard.
Because it's a lot of work.
Well, yeah.
That's one thing.
If you put in the effort,
there's other reasons
too.
Yeah.
Right. You put in the effort that it takes to win, and that's what it all means at the varsity level. You don't get participation medals at the varsity level in high school. That just isn't the way it works. It's all winning and losing, and you just need all the kids to buy in. You need the whole community to buy in, and when you've got a guy at the helm that's the caliber of Tim Wagner, you better keep it. Cody Schultz, on the other hand, tell you what, Cody's a good friend of mine as well.
And Cody's a good man,
too.
Very,
very proud to tell you. And it wouldn't surprise me one bit that 25, 30 years from now, the guys that are in my shoes, chances are I won't be here, Mike, but that's the way life goes sometimes, all right? I'll be tuning you up in heaven, no doubt, but you'll still be here. You'll be doing it.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think you will.
And I hope you're with me
but
still.
I'll tell you what, Cody Schultz is a class act. He's just doesn't have the experience that Tim Wagner has.
Come with time.
And I'll tell you, one of the things that he has promoted and I have participated in personally, and that is the last couple of years, I've gone up to Fall River and actually taught a class, a little classroom, a little on the court clinic type thing, trying to teach young people how to officiate basketball. And they have a very nice program at Fall River for the youth basketball, both boys and girls, and they take these young people, these high school kids, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, who are, of course, inexperienced, but they're also talented athletes, and they put them on the floor with people like myself, and Jeff Schweitzer in Columbus is one also who participates in this program, and we teach these kids how to officiate. And if you think officiating football is difficult, try basketball, folks. It's an inexact science, to say the least, and trying to find basketball officials is getting to be a much more difficult thing as well. But Cody has implemented this program, and I personally am going up to Fall River on I think it's the 7th of November. I'd have to check my schedule. And he's actually got the parents coming in this time. All right? And I think that's a great addition. I really do. Having gone through the parenting aspect of sports, and and I was lucky enough in my case in college sports as well. But it's a tough thing for parents to watch their parents or watch their kids go through high school sports, and it's difficult when parents sometimes don't know the rules of the game that's being played, and that's Cody's intent. That's something that I'm going to try to stress to the parents, and that is enjoy the fact that your kids have the opportunity to go out here in a small town, because in a lot of cases these young people may not have all the athletic ability to participate in a large community. So therefore, be happy that your kids can participate, create all the friendships that they create throughout their high school career and on the sporting event fields, whether it be the basketball floor, football field, baseball diamond, track, wrestling, you name it, cross country. Gosh, there's a couple of good sports there too, man. I tell you, cross country is a great sport. There's some great camaraderie going there too as well. But someday these kids are going to look back and say that, hey, I got to participate, and I'm a better person for it. And that's why we do this thing. There's a reason why we have high school sports, and that is to become better adults. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it. I think that's the general idea, isn't it, Mike? Help me. It's not even Sunday, and I feel like I'm standing on a pulpit.
I was going to start humming the battle hymn of the Republic as you were talking about that, but no, well said. Very well said, my friend.
But kudos to Cody, who has started this program, and I would encourage anybody listening to this, if they're involved in a high school athletic situation, talk to a local official and have some. I guarantee you that anybody in our association in the area, which, by the way, is out of Columbus, it's called Yellow Thunder Association. We take anybody and everybody that wants to become an official and wants to become better at officiating. Matter of fact, yours truly is actually putting on an umpires clinic on October the 13th. If there's anybody listening and you want to take up high school umpiring, just give me a jingle. Contact the radio station. They can surely tell you how to get a hold of me, and we're going to do this over in Madison, and we've got some pretty good competition to officiate over there. We got some college kids that are going to do some fall ball for us, and we're going to be training some umpires. So looking forward to that, and I'll tell you what, I sometimes have more fun training young people how to officiate. Matter of fact, there's one here tonight from Ryle, Wisconsin, by the name of Mike Miles, who is doing the chains here, and he's a graduate of Ryle High School, and done a little basketball with him, a little baseball with him, and he's an aspiring young sports official. Doing it, feel free. Give us a holler.
Third quarter getting underway. Ryle Fall River will receive the kickoff, as this will be Alex Garza to boot it away. And Jacob Rowe and Carl Miller back deep. Rowe takes it at around the 15 to the 20. He's to the 25 and out across the 35. So a nice return by Rowe there to get things going in the second half. It's 20-0. Johnson Creek leading Ryle Fall River as we're underway now, third quarter. And as you see, the Rebels move right to left in this third quarter across your video screen. First and 10 from the 37. And as they break the huddle, it's going to be two receivers to the right, one to the left. Quarterback under center. And the toss. There's nobody there. He'll have to fall on it. My goodness, that was almost a disaster there as the toss went to where nobody was. Richardson recovers the fumble, but he tossed it expecting one of his buddies to be there, and there was nobody there. So miscommunication to say the least, and it's a loss of almost 7. We'll call it 2nd and 17 back at the 30. Yikes.
Well, picking up right where they left off in the first half, Mike. As I mentioned, minus 37 now.
He hands it off to Richardson, and boy, just absolutely nothing happening as Larson tried to go right up the heart of the defense, and Johnson Creek was ready for that. That was a, let's see, Dalton Bredlow was there. There are a bunch of white jerseys there defensively, and it's a loss of 1, so it'll be 3rd and 18, back at the 29. Just underway, third quarter, and a 3rd and long for the home team. 3rd and 18 Rebels from the 29. Trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Wingback left side, and Richardson under center, back to throw. He's going to launch it, and he's got a man. It is caught out across midfield. Was that? Let's see who that is. That was
a 24-yard game.
Nick Larson on the catch. Wow, to the 45-yard line of Johnson Creek. Good protection, a nice throw, and a tremendous catch. And that is huge on a 3rd and 18 to keep this drive going.
First pass of the game, 1 for 1.
Might have to try that a little more.
You think?
1st and 10 for the Rebels from the Blue Jays 45 with 2 receivers to each side. Back under center. Richardson will tuck it under and run. He's at the 45. We'll cut back, and he gets stood up and pushed back. So Richardson gets upended on that play by Nick Hoffman. Limits any further damage as they'll mark it at the 42-yard line or thereabouts. 2nd and 6 after a gain of close to 4 on the play. Hot dogs for $1 here, Tim. You have to go downstairs and get some here.
We might have to alter our post-game
Sloppy
activities.
Joe's, too, there, I know. Oh. I'm hearing the PA guy. We got a lot of food downstairs.
Uh-oh.
There's a toss. And breaking tackles inside the 40, inside the 35. He could go down to the 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Wow! That was a 42-yard run. And the Rebels are finally on the board. I'm just trying to see, was that Osterhaus or was that Prochnow? Who was that?
Who scored? Nick Larson.
Larson got it. All right. Again, we apologize, folks. We're having trouble reading the jerseys. Larson scores. Wow. 42 yards. And now the extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it is no good. So wide to the right, and with 9:03 to go third quarter, it's now 20-6 in favor of Johnson Creek. We'll step aside back after this break on DailyDodge.com.
Are you looking for that long-term relationship? Are you looking for someone who cares? This is Randy Bubbles, President and CEO of Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We do care and we strive for that long-term relationship. Banking, that is. Community banking is all about supporting you, as well as the communities we live in. Our team at Farmers and Merchants Union Bank live in the same neighborhoods as you. We drive on the same streets. Our kids share the same schools and play at the same parks. We take your financial needs seriously and help you find a solution, no matter how simple or complex. We know you, you know us. No gimmicks. Just common sense banking with all the technology advances you have come to expect, with a twist, someone to talk to. We like long-term relationships and we do care. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Stop in to see us. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
And as we're back to live action, short kick and a short return up the far sideline for the Blue Jays, whose lead is now down to 14 at 20-6. But they're going to get the ball at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. We are 3 minutes into the second half. 9 minutes to go, third quarter. Johnson Creek with the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 40, moving left to right.
That was a very impressive drive, Mike, by the Rebels to begin the second half. They even threw in one of those trick plays. It's called the forward pass.
Forward pass. Larson with that big touchdown, 42 yards. And here we go. Swanson out of the gun as they motion a man. That is Olszewski. Swanson faked the handoff, and he got stuffed as he tried to go up the heart of the Rebel. And
loss of a couple.
Colton Pergandy was in there on the stop for the Rebels after a loss of a couple. Gavin Woodall was there as well. Second down and about 12 after the loss of a couple. With trips to the left. Single receiver split wide to the right. Swanson going to throw. It's caught by Griffiths. And he will be tackled right at the 45-yard line. Picks up close to 8 on the play. I'll mark it right there. Right, ball touching the 45. And it's going to set up 3rd and about 5. So the Blue Jays trying to respond. Rebels are on the board now, and this game is far from over. It was 20-0 at halftime. You're thinking, this game's over. Not so fast. We got a ways to go here. The Rebels defense can get another stop. Hey, see what happens. 2 receivers to each side on 3rd and 5 for the Blue Jays from their own 45. Olszewski in motion. Takes the hand up, and he will be stuffed and dropped for a loss. They were ready for it. Oh, my goodness. And these defensive players, I'm looking at them, Tim Alden, they're pumped.
Understandably so.
They're pumped. They got some energy now. Yeah, they're back in the ball game. They're going to get the ball back as it's 4th down for the game's not over. 7:03 and counting left in the 3rd, and the Rebels are going to have the ball back here pretty quick. It is going to be Griffiths to punt. And he will take the snap. And a high floater, it will bounce and be downed by the Blue Jays back around the 30-yard, or actually between the, closer to the 25-yard lines where they'll mark it. So, Rebels take over with 6:42 to go, third quarter. And as we said, Tim mentioned it, they're back in this ball game, and they've got some momentum, a little energy going. The defense did its part. Now let's see if the offense can build on that drive that they had just a moment ago. Very impressive drive. And get something going again. 1st and 10, balls on the 25. Richardson will run to the near side and breaks a tackle to the 30. Outside, he tried to bounce out and finally got taken down at around the 32-yard. Leo Sabala was there. A couple of his friends were there defensively. But a decent run. That's a gain of 7 on 1st down. And a 2nd and a short 3 or a long 2 coming up. Approaching the halfway point of this third quarter. Glad to have you tuned in to our broadcast on dailydodge.com. It's our high school football game of the week, along with our engineer, videographer, Justin Wilski, Mike Tronson, Tim Haldeman from Rio Fireman's Park. 2nd and 3, we'll call it, from the 32. Back, bunch of white jerseys there. Let's see, it was Bo Hartwig, the linebacker there. Also, it was Nick Hoffman on the stop.
Got a yard on that one.
And that's about it, as
Yep.
it'll set up 3rd down for the Rebels.
Yeah, I'm actually a little generous on that. We're going to give them no gain, Mike. My bad.
Upon further review.
Yep.
That's okay. Close enough for government work, right?
Easy.
It's 3rd and about 3, we'll call it, from the 33. And a keeper in Richardson is going absolutely nowhere. And combining on the stop that time was Sam Toby, the defensive end, and Bredlow there as well. he did pick up a yard and a half, but it's still going to be a 4th down and 1. Boy, 4th and 1. What do you do here? You're down 14, 4:48 and counting left in the third. Boy, if you go for it here and don't pick it up, you're giving this high-powered offense a very short field, but it appears that they're going to go for it, Tim. And
what do you got to lose?
What do you got to lose? Exactly. I mean, I like the call. I don't have a problem with it at all. Yeah, they're going to talk about it now. So timeout by the Rebels. That is their first timeout of the half with 4:32 to go in this third quarter. Good one on our hands so far, 20-6. Johnson Creek leading Rockies for the Rebels. Their next game is next week, October 4th. They go to Deerfield. That's a very winnable game as Deerfield is struggling this year. Deerfield has not won a game. And then in 2 weeks on the road at Cambria-Friesland. That's a game we're going to have on dailydodge.com in 2 weeks. Rio Fall River at Cambria-Friesland. 7 o'clock kickoff on Friday night, October 11th. And then to close out the regular season, the Rebels will host Menominee Indian at Fall River High School. That'll be on Friday night, October 18th. Meanwhile, Johnson Creek, they go home the next 2 weeks. They host Randolph on Friday, October 4th. Lourdes Academy coming to town on October 11th, and then wrapping up the season with a non-conference tilt at Almond Bancroft on Friday night, October 18th. So it's going to be a 4th and 1 for the Rebels. From their own 34, they go for it. A couple receivers to the right, one to the left. Richardson is under center, and there's movement. Oh, boy. Looks like the left tackle moved there, Tim, and the flag is thrown.
Well, Mike, what happened was the nose guard from Johnson Creek made an initial move.
And they're calling Johnson Creek for offside.
Well, they're going to call him for encroachment.
Or encroachment, I guess.
Yeah, he didn't really go offside,
I
but
suppose.
The problem was that actually drew the offensive player off.
Well, that's a break then.
Let's see. What?
Well, now because this will result in a first down. I mean, that's a 5-yard penalty. They only needed 1. They have to walk it up. That's a first down. For off the penalty yardage, they'll mark the ball at the 40. Yeah, so that's a big mistake on the defense for Johnson Creek, that results in a first down. So let's see if the Rebels can capitalize here. Still in this ball game with 4:32 to go. 1st and 10. Rebels on their own 40. And Richardson hands it off and running out to the right side. Getting to about the 43. Is that Larson again? Let's see. Nick Larson on the carry. Picks up about 4. And it'll be 2nd and 6 now from the 44-yard line. Clock continuing to tick, 4:04 and counting left in the third. And on a 2nd and 6, they'll split 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left now as well. Under center, Richardson back to throw, looking out to the near side. It's caught by Larson. He breaks the tackle. And he gets out near midfield, and he is very close to first down yardage. They spot it. Oh, they're going to give it to him? Yeah, they are. They gave him the first down. It was mighty close, but they didn't have to measure. That's a gain of 6 out to the 50-yard line. Ball's on the midfield stripe, 1st and 10 for the Rebels with 3:34 to go in the third quarter, I should say.
Well, Cody Larson really kicked his passing attack in gear at the
1st and 10 from the 50. They'll keep it on the ground, straight ahead running, and boy, it's tough running up the middle of that Johnson Creek defense. No gain or loss for Larson on the carry. You try and run up the heart of that defense, it's tough. It is tough. No gain or loss. 2nd and 10 coming up. But, hey, credit the Rebels for hanging in here. They got down 20-0 at half, and they have not backed down 1 iota here. This is still a ball game with 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw. Richardson launching it downfield, incomplete. the receiver had a couple steps on the defender. Bootig was in coverage, but the ball overthrown, and it'll be 3rd and 10 coming up. 2:37 remaining third period here from Rio Fireman's Park. We had a little rain earlier in the evening, but it has dried out, and a nice fall evening here. Very, very good football weather other than that thunder shower we had earlier. 3rd and 10, Rio Fall River from the midfield stripe, and Richardson escaping one man, changes direction, and he's going to get sacked. Now he tried to do a 180 and go back the other way, and he could not get away from Leo Sabala and company. And it will be 4th and 12. Well, 4th down, they're going to kick it. They're going to punt it here. And Perez back in punt formation. Swanson is the deep man. High snap. Perez gets it. Look out. Pressure coming. He's going to run with it. No, now he kicks it.
Oh, there's
and it's going
a whole bunch of illegal guys downfield.
It's going to go out of bounds, but for a moment it's like, is it a fake? No, the pressure was coming, and he does that rugby-style running kick anyways, and he just had to avoid the pressure and then get the kick away. But the Blue Jays will take over, and they will mark it at the 25-yard line of Johnson Creek with 1:45 left to go, third period. Score remains Blue Jays 20, Rebels 6, and the ball at the 25, 1st and 10, Johnson Creek. They will go trips to the right side, single receiver to the left. Swanson in the gun, has the snap, throws, it is intercepted! Intercepted right near the 24-yard line. And again, I'm trying to see the number. It is Peyton Newman, number 24, the defensive end, a 6'3 junior with a huge at the Johnson Creek 23-yard line. What a play by Newman. He kind of tipped it to himself, Tim Haldeman.
The old tip drill. You do it in practice all the time, but you usually don't.
He's a basketball player. That's why.
The assistant coaches to our left for Rio Fall River just told us he was a basketball player. He better be nice to me on the basketball floor. That's all I'm telling you.
And on the quarterback keeper, Richardson just trying to turn the corner on the right side. Good pursuit by the Blue Jays there defensively. And
loss of one.
Loss of one, I guess, is what they'll say. 2nd and 11 coming up. All back around the 24-yard line. 92 seconds remaining third quarter. 2nd and 11. And on 2nd and 11, they look to throw, but here comes the cavalry.
Ooh.
And that is a sack back at the 35-yard line. Dalton Bredlow and company. Boy, I tell you what, Dalton Bredlow and his teammates got in the backfield in a hurry. They mark it at the 34-yard line.
Loss of 16.
Yeah, that's a big loss. And it's going to set up now a 3rd and a country mile. Down the 13-yard line to get up first down. And now what do we have? We have timeout being called by the Rebels. 44 seconds to go in period number 3. It's a good one on our hands here at Rio Fireman's Park. It's the Johnson Creek Blue Jays 20 and the Rio Fall River Rebels 6. 3rd and long coming up for the Rebels in Johnson Creek territory after this timeout. But again, give Rio Fall River credit here. for not backing down after the first half deficit was at 20. And again, they've scored on that 42-yard touchdown play for Larson a few moments ago, and now the interception by Newman, and they've got a chance to put some more points on the board and tighten this thing up a little more.
Well, very well said, Mike. And golly sakes, you take a look at the stats for Ryle Fall River, and they've got about a net roughly 30 yards plus in running the football throughout this ball game thus far. Plus, they only have 31 yards passing. Sort of hard to believe that you're still in the ball game, but hey, that's what turnovers do. This big turnover right here really puts them back in the ball game. They got to put some points on the board, though.
All right, on third and
halfback
about
option.
21. Yep, and they're going to throw. It is incomplete.
How is that not interference?
There were two. He threw into double coverage, Tim. There were two defenders there, and that was intended for Jacob Rowe, and it's going to set up fourth down. This is a fourth down and about 21, 22 yards to go. We got to get down around the 13 to pick up that first down. And here comes pressure. Look out. And there's nowhere to go. Sacked back at the 43-yard line. And that was big number 64, Tyrell Morford. He had his buddies with him. And Morford gets in there and brings him down, the quarterback, for a loss. Back to the 44-yard line, thereabouts.
You know, if my name was Tyrell Morford, I think I'd be a football player too. What a great football name, huh?
It is. Great.
Tyrell Morford. Wow.
And the ball, that helps Johnson Creek's cause because the ball goes over on downs, and now they've got it out at their own 44, first and 10 with 32 seconds left in the third quarter. And Swanson out of the gun. Straight ahead, 45. Lowers the shoulder across the 50 to about the 49-yard line of the Rebels. Nice run for Swanson. 7, almost 8 on the play. It'll be a second down and about 2.5 yards to go. Osterhaus on the stop that time for the Rebels.
It's going to be the end of the third quarter.
As we've hit double zero. So after 3, our score, Johnson Creek 20, Rio Fall River 6. We're back after this break. You're listening and watching the high school football game of the week on dailydodge.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Air Care in Beaver Dam has been trusted by customers for over 37 years. This is Chad Guzzi, owner of Air Care, and we want to keep you happy and comfortable. From our courteous office staff to the honest and dependable technician in your home, our reliable team is working hard to provide heating and cooling solutions for you. We proudly serve the entire Dodge County area and beyond. Let us create the comfort in your home that you deserve. Call us today at 920-356-8860.
Fourth quarter getting underway, 20-6. Johnson Creek leads Rio Fall River. And this is a second and a short 3 from the Rebel 49-yard line for the Blue Jays. Swanson out of that familiar gun, low snap, hands it off, and that's Bootig straight ahead for a couple. Maybe 2. Let's see. Well, maybe it's only going to be 1. Let's check it out. Hurry up here. They're going no huddle, hurry up offense here. after a pickup of maybe a yard, and snap it back, and Swanson racing ahead. He could go. Look at this, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Johnson Creek. No flags on the play, 49 yards for Swanson, right up the heart of the Rebel defense. That was amazing. Looked like he should have been brought down well shy of, my goodness.
You give that young man a crack and he's gone.
Yeah.
Wow, what great quickness.
His third rushing touchdown of the game. This one goes for 49 yards. He is something else. Swanson will hold now on the extra point attempt for the Blue Jays. This is Griffiths.
He might kick it too. He might kick it too.
I'm surprised he's not. Griffiths is actually going to kick it. Here comes pressure. Ooh. Griffiths gets the kick away. I don't know. Let's see. It is no good. Wide right. But with 11 and a half minutes to go in the game, it's now 26-6. Johnson Creek in front. Let's take a break. After this, we're back on DailyDodge.com.
Sports injuries, nagging aches and pains. It's frustrating when your mobility is limited, preventing you from enjoying an active life. Beaver Dam Community Hospital's Institute for Movement and Orthopedics utilizes the latest surgical solutions to help you live pain-free. Their team of experts, from orthopedic surgeons to physical therapists, are in one location, collaborating to customize a plan that reclaims your quality of life. Learn how they can seamlessly maximize your mobility. Visit bdch.com/IMO.
Jacob Rowe, Carl Miller, as per usual, back deep to receive the kick from Alex Garza. 26-6. Johnson Creek has upped the lead back to 20 with 11 and a half minutes to go. Here's the approach. End over end kick taken and across the 25-30. Oh, and getting somersaulted out across the 35 was Jacob Rowe. And they'll mark him down right around the, where? The 35, 36? Yep, just across the 35. So that's where the Rebels will begin first and 10. So first and 10, Rebels from their own 35. They move left to right in the fourth quarter. They'll put two receivers on the left, and looks like now one split wide to the right as they kind of reset. Backs in the eye, and handoff to the tailback. Straight ahead running, and gain. That was Larson on the carry. He picked up a yard, maybe two. Not much more than that. We'll call it second and a long 8 at the 37. Under 11 minutes to go in the game, and the visitors up by 20. And on second down, running to the left side on the keeper, getting smothered was the quarterback Richardson, who tried to turn the corner, couldn't do it. Did pick up a yard, but that's about it. And it'll be 3rd and 8. All around the 38-yard line, just shy of the 38. See if the Rebels can convert on this 3rd and long play with, again, two receivers to each side. Richardson back to throw. Off his back foot he throws. It is incomplete as a couple of defenders in the area. That one could have been picked off. It was intended for Jacob Rowe.
I'll tell you what, he's going to look at the film on that particular play as he had ample time as he rolled to his right, buying some additional time. nobody near him. He could have just stopped, set his feet, and thrown the ball. He had a receiver some 25 yards down the field that was well behind the defender, but due to the fact that he was running so hard to his right, limited his ability to throw the ball a long distance, and therefore it was underthrown, giving the defense a look at the film. That'll be a teaching lesson right there.
Swanson has it at the 40, 45.
Oh,
He's to the
boy.
50. Look at him
Boy.
go. 45. Flag in the
Single
play.
late.
He's to the 35. He's to the 20. 10. 5 and taken down inside the 5, but there's a flag down way back at the 50-yard line.
And a flag on the tackle.
Oh, there is too, yeah.
Wonder what that was all
We've
about.
got penalty laundry all over the field. Let's sort all this out.
Well, the tackle was made at about the 2-yard line. Oh, no, pardon me. Yeah,
He was
it was
inside the
inside
5.
the 10.
He was inside the 5.
Yeah, he was inside the 5-yard line, and it looked to me as though it was a shoestring tackle. Didn't appear to be an illegal tackle of any kind. They're picking that one up.
Now, the other flag, as we mentioned, back here at the 50, and that came out early in the run, so that's why it didn't appear that it was going to stand anyways. We'll get the signal from our official. Personal foul, face mask. That's declined. Block in the back is the call. And so that one will be accepted.
There was a face mask on the runner. Boy, when was the last time you saw that, Mike Tronson? Huh? It was on the stiff arm.
The stiff arm.
Yeah. Can't say I've seen that. Oh, my goodness. I haven't
Freak will go 1st and 10 with trips to the right. Swanson surveys the defense out of the shotgun, and he will keep it. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. He could go 30, 20. He's to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Johnson Creek. 60 yards on the run for Justin Swanson. His 4th touchdown of this game, 32-6.
And just like that, he has eclipsed the 200-yard mark in rushing for the night. He now has 14 carries for 214 yards, Mike. And I'll tell you what, this is a fairly good analogy. He's a man playing with boys. He is just so much quicker than everybody else out there on that field.
Would you see the lightning speed again on display on that run? It was something else.
Whew.
Here's the extra point attempt. Griffiths will do the kicking once more. And there was some pressure. He got the kickoff, and this one, it's good. So with 9:25 remaining in the game, it is now 33-6 in favor of Johnson Creek. Let's take a break on DailyDodge.com.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
Justin Swanson is putting on a clinic tonight here at Rio Fireman's Park. 9:25 to go in the ball game. 33-6. Johnson Creek leads, and here's the kick. And it's going to be fielded at the 25 to the 30, 35, and a spin move out to the 40. Ball came out, but it was recovered by the Rebels. Jacob Rowe on the return. But Justin Swanson now with 4 rushing touchdowns in the game, a 50-yard run, a 5-yard run, a 49-yard run, and just a moment ago, a 60-yard run. Oh, by the way, he also has a passing touchdown in the game, 17 yards to Alex Garza. So for Justin Swanson, he's accounted for all 5 touchdowns scored by Johnson Creek in this game. Again, 4 of them on the ground, which now means for the season he has 11 rushing touchdowns.
Well, Mike, he's just so quick. He's
extremely
quick. So very strong as well. He's not large in stature, but he's
lightning quick.
Lightning quick.
And speaking of lightning quickness, here's some quickness here on the Rebels side of the ball. Out. 15-yard gain for, is that Prochnow? Let's see. Tegan Prochnow on the carry that time. Yeah, he picked up 15 and a first down. Just under 9 minutes and counting left in the game.
Going back to Justin Swanson, Mike, for just a bit, you know, what makes it even more remarkable is that he doesn't even leave the field, period.
Yeah,
he's on the field
he
at all
plays both
times.
ways.
Special teams and defense.
Yeah, he doesn't. You're right. And quarterback being chased and can't turn the corner on the left side. He's ushered out of bounds by Budig. Richardson on the carry, but couldn't turn the corner. And no gain or loss on that play. 2nd and 10 for the Rebels. Getting late in this one, 8:27 to go. Johnson Creek on top, 33-6. Well, look out. This is a team that might be making some noise come late October, early November. And here he comes, Richardson, throwing off his back foot. It is caught! And breaking a tackle, getting down inside the 10-yard line. There's a flag down, but what a catch by Rowe. And is it going to stand? It looks like it. They'll mark it a penalty on Johnson Creek. It'll be declined. So, yeah, 35-yard pass play. Rowe, the catch. What a tremendous throw by Richardson and a great catch by Rowe, and broke a tackle. And now they wind the clock. We're approaching the 8-minute mark in counting of the fourth quarter. 33-6, but the Rebels now in the red zone. In fact, they've got the 1st and goal now with the ball just inside the 10-yard line. And they'll put a couple receivers to the left, one to the right. Richardson will hand it off. And trying to bounce to the outside to get to the 5 and inside the 5. Is that Larson? Let's see. Tegan Prochnow. Again, down that far away, it was tough to tell, but Prochnow on the carry, and they mark it, Tim, if I can look through the,
yep. Me, like right at the 5.
Yeah, so it was a 5-yard gain because it's just inside the 5. 2nd and goal from just inside the 5. 7:27 to go. Clock running. And on this 2nd and goal play, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right again. Another handoff. Prochnow trying to get away from the defense. He can't. He's going to be tackled on the play by Nick Hoffman, the defensive tackle. And they will see here. Where do they mark it? He lost about a yard because the ball's on the other side of the 5. So we'll call it a loss of 1. 2nd and goal from the 6, or 3rd and goal, I beg your pardon. 3rd and goal from the 6, 6:44 to go. And here we go, backs in the eye. And Richardson on the keeper. Did he get in?
Yep.
Touchdown, Rebels. That was Larson, actually. Nick Larson got in. So that is a 6-yard touchdown run for Nick Larson with 6:29 to go in the game. (33-12) with the conversion try pending. And they're going to go for 2. Keep it on the ground, and they're not going to get it. So the conversion try is no good. 6:29 remaining. It's now 33-12 in favor of Johnson Creek. We'll take a break on DailyDodge.com.
With today's busy schedules, you need banking solutions that are available when you need them to be. This is Taryn Ninman, Marketing Manager with Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We understand you want to bank when and where it's most convenient for you, and we've updated many of our digital banking products to make it even easier for you to bank with us. Our redesigned website is easier to view on mobile devices and has a clean, modern look. Our mobile app and online banking platforms have also been updated and include convenience features like mobile device fingerprint login, person-to-person payments, optional email and text alert notifications, and transfer of funds from our bank to another bank. Our business banking has also been updated with a new online business banking platform and business mobile app. Check it all out at fmub.bank. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank, Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Little onside kick attempt here by the Rebels, and it appears it's recovered by Johnson Creek. There's a mad dash for it, but why not try that? Yeah, it was recovered by the Blue Jays. It was recovered by Lucas David. 6-foot senior, 240-pounder, one of the up men. He was ready for that. And they mark it at the 45-yard line. Blue Jays take over there, leading 33-12, 6.5 minutes to play in the game. So here we go. Justin Swanson still out there on this 1st and 10 play from his own 45. Out of the gun, hands it off to Budig, straight ahead, 45, breaks a tackle, 50, still on his feet. Boy, fighting for yardage. Gets down to about the 47, maybe the 46 of Rio Fall River, but boy, these guys are tough to bring down.
Those were hard earned.
Oh, they were. And that's a gain of 9 almost on that play. It's going to be second and a long one, but that was impressive. We talked so much about Swanson, how difficult he is to bring down. But Budig with a nice run there, and he was a tough customer. 2nd and 1, we'll call it. Blue Jays have it on the Rebel 46. 35 and brought down inbounds. Ball came out. Was the play over? Let's see. The Rebels say they have it, and they looks like they're going to give them the ball. Olszewski made the catch, went up that right side of the field, and apparently lost it, and they're saying it was recovered by the Rebels. So they're going to take over. 1st and 10. They're saying Dylan Folks was the Rebel who recovered that fumble, and now 1st and 10, Rio Fall River in their own territory on the 33-yard line. 5:36 to go. On 1st and 10, a little pitch, option play. And Tegan Prochnow, Tegan Prochnow up the middle to the 45, but there is a flag down back at the 35.
Yeah, when 2 guys throw the flags, that was rather evident.
Holding is the call. So the holding penalty will wipe that run off the board for Prochnow. 5:28 to go in the game. As they walk it back, they'll mark it at the 25. They've got to get out to the 43, so it's going to be 1st and 18. Couple receivers to each side on 1st and 18. From the 25. Richardson back to throw. It is almost intercepted by Garza. I'm not sure who he was looking for out there because there weren't a lot of gray jerseys in that vicinity. And Garza, darn near, had an interception. Stops the clock with 5:09 to go, and now 2nd and 18.
And he had nothing but green grass in front of him.
There was a lot of real estate out there had he come up with that one.
There was about maybe 30 yards worth till pay dirt.
Here we go on 2nd and 18. And they're going to keep it on the ground, running to the left side. Out to the 39.
$13 on that one.
Yep. Richardson was the ball carrier that time, and he'll set up 3rd down and about 5. Being chased. Richardson throws. Caught. And making the catch was Prochnow, and a late flag after Prochnow got taken down around the Johnson Creek 45. And our referee says personal foul on Johnson Creek. They'll tack on the penalty yardage at the end of the play. 15-yarder. And so they'll walk it off and mark the ball at the 30 of Johnson Creek with 4:51 to go. 1st and 10 Rebels from the Blue Jay 30. And under center, Richardson will run with it to the left side. Now he's going to throw off his back foot, looking to the end zone. He's got a man! Breaks a tackle, and he is he in? Touchdown. I never saw the signal from the officials, but he's in for the touchdown. 30-yard pass play. Jacob Rowe hauls it in. Be nice if the officials would signal, but it's good with 4:34 to go in the 4th quarter.
Well, it's been quite a comeback here for the Rebels. 3 scores to 1 in the second half. No, let's see. No, pardon me. 3-2.
And they will attempt the extra point here. Prochnow's the holder. And here's the kick up by Perez. Tacks on another one. 33-19. Johnson Creek still leads, but right now it's a 14-point game with 4:34 to go.
Well, yeah, but Johnson Creek has this guy by the name of Justin Swanson who's still playing. And as long as he's playing offensively, I just have a hard time believing that Rio Fall River is going to make the ultimate comeback here. But give them credit. Credit the coaching staff, credit the kids. Hey, they came out and showed them that they've got a little energy. The coaching staff down there is clapping their hands and saying, hey, guys, let's have some fun. Coaching staff should be very proud of the efforts.
Oh, yeah, it's been a very solid effort, especially here in this second half.
Yeah.
My goodness. So, another kickoff. This game's not over. 4:34 to go. We play on. And another onside kick, and this will be fielded at around the 41. That was Garza that recovered that one. So, 33-19. Blue Jays up. They've got the ball 1st and 10 from their own 41. And I was wondering a little while ago, I'm surprised Swanson's still out there. Now you know why. Because this game was not over. But silly me. Game is not over. On 1st and 10 from his own 41. Motions a man. Oh, Garza. And Garza's going to take the handoff. Straight ahead, 40, 45. And out to the 48. Maybe the 49. Let's see. We'll check the spot. That's a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming up. They'll place it at the 49-yard line.
You know, there's some pretty good complimentary runners alongside Justin Swanson for the Blue Jays. Swanson, of course, well over the 200 mark in rushing, but Sam Budig from his fullback spot, 5 carries for 26 yards, and Alex Garza, 4 carries for 26 as well.
Here's Swanson on the keeper, 50, dives ahead to the 45, got a first down to the 45, gain of 6, and he's in Rebel territory. 3:39 and counting left in this one. And if I'm Johnson Creek, I know we're capable with a guy like Swanson of a big play at any time, but I wouldn't be in too much of a hurry here. I would just kind of methodically let the time tick away, wait till the last possible second to snap it, and just run this thing out. Last thing you want is a turnover here if you're Johnson Creek, and still some time for the Rebels. But on 1st and 10 from the Rebel 45, Blue Jays will snap it to Swanson. He goes to the 45, ahead 40. That's another pickup of 9 in a 2nd and 1 coming up with 2:47 to go. Johnson Creek going to go to 6-0 after this game. They're going to be 3-0 in the conference. They came into the night tied with Randolph for first place in the conference. And it's 2nd and 1 now. From the Rebel 36, trips to the left, single receiver right. Out of the gun, Swanson will give it to Budig straight ahead. He's got the first down, dives inside the 35, down near the 33. That would be a pickup of 3, and it moves the chains. And now a whistle, and
Ryle Fall River is going to burn
their last timeout.
Timeouts here.
With 2:03 to go. So, the Blue Jays, well, at worst tonight, would be tied for first place in the conference at the end of the evening, but depending on what Randolph's doing tonight, could find themselves alone in first place after all is said and done. Actually, Lourdes Academy, I beg your pardon, they were undefeated. They're 1-0 in conference entering tonight, so depending on what Lourdes Academy and Randolph do tonight, at worst, Johnson Creek will remain their game against Randolph. That's a big one in the conference next Friday night. Johnson Creek's going to host Randolph, 7 o'clock kick. Rio Fall River's on the road the next 2 weeks. They're at Deerfield next week Friday, and then 2 weeks from tonight at Cambria Friesen, a game we're going to have for you on dailydodge.com.
Saw a young man down below me here. He's got a couple handfuls of hot dogs.
You're thinking about those dollar hot dogs,
I think
aren't
he's
you?
got about $5 worth of hot dogs.
All right, it is 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays from the Rebel 33 after the timeout. And the Rebels now out of timeouts. Counter play, and that is Garza. Yeah, he did get stuffed. You're right.
He didn't get stuffed with hot dogs either.
This isn't the stovetop stuffing variety here. Come on, this is a different type of stuffing.
-5 on that one for Garza.
Yeah, nice play defensively by the Rebels with 1:41 and counting left in the game. I'll tell you what, A lot of things to build on here for the Rebels after the way they performed in this second half against one of the state's elite teams in the small schools division. Second and about 15 from the 37. And this is a keeper by Swanson, evades one tackler. And to the near sideline, he's ushered out of bounds near the 30. Stops the clock with 72 seconds remaining. They will mark this at the 30. So it was a gain of 7, and it's now third down and about 8. As we start to close this one out here at Rio Fireman's Park. All right on that 30-yard line of the Rebels, and the Blue Jays have it 3rd and 8.
Is Justin Swanson a senior, Mike? I have a hard time reading that.
Justin Swanson is a senior, correct.
Okay.
And he'll take the snap and run with it inside the 30, down inside the 25, and he's tripped up at about the 24.
More.
Yep, 6 more, but not enough to move the chains. 4th and a short 2 coming up.
One more play.
Yep, ball just inside that 25-yard line. 4th and about a yard and a half, a little less than 2 to go. And they'll just take their time and, yep, one more play and that'll do it. Down to 35 seconds and counting. So an impressive performance again by Justin Swanson and the Johnson Creek Blue Jays, but you know what? Rio Fall River, they made them earn it in this second half.
Timeout.
Timeout by the Blue Jays.
And now, why they do this, I'll never know.
I don't know. That's a very good question.
I mean, just snap the football, take a knee, and the game's...
That's a question for...
But Tim Wagner's the one that's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm not.
Right, exactly. We're not going to the Hall of Fame. Exactly. Hall of Shame? No, that's maybe that, but... Nope. I guess we can't... We shouldn't question a guy who's been coaching at Johnson Creek for 33 years. So we're not going to. There you go. 24 seconds left. You can tease him about that next time you umpire or play golf or whatever.
Yeah, I gotta
say.
I've never played golf with him. I don't know if he plays.
I thought you did.
No, I've never played golf with Timmy. No.
Well, what don't you do with a guy then besides golf?
Fish.
Fish and
bowl.
Okay, there you go.
Archery. You know,
okay.
There's a lot of things.
24 seconds to go. It's a 4th and a long 1 for the Blue Jays at the Rebel 25. They lead it 33-19. Do the Blue Jays closing this one out. And this is Swanson going to duck under center. And he won't take a knee. He's going to hand it off to Wallet. Isaiah Wallet gets the first down, and that will end it. They won't have to snap it again. Clock can run out. 10 seconds remaining, and this one will go down in the books. Final score tonight from Rio Fireman's Park. Johnson Creek 33 and Rio Fall River 19. Stay with us. We'll take a break. We'll come back for our post-game report right after this on...
Are you looking for that long-term relationship? Are you looking for someone who cares? This is Randy Bubbles, President and CEO of Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We do care and we strive for that long-term relationship. Banking, that is. Community banking is all about supporting you, as well as the communities we live in. Our team at Farmers and Merchants Union Bank live in the same neighborhoods as you. We drive on the same streets. Our kids share the same schools and play at the same parks. We take your financial needs seriously and help you find a solution, no matter how simple or complex. We know you, you know us. No gimmicks. Just common sense banking with all the technology advances you have come to expect, with a twist. Someone to talk to. We like long-term relationships and we do care. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. Stop in to see us. Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Eco Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Air Care in Beaver Dam has been trusted by customers for over 37 years. This is Chad Guzzi, owner of Air Care, and we want to keep you happy and comfortable. From our courteous office staff to the honest and dependable technician in your home, our reliable team is working hard to provide heating and cooling solutions for you. We proudly serve the entire Dodge County area and beyond. Let us create the comfort in your home that you deserve. Call us today at 920-356-8860.
Sports injuries, nagging aches and pains. It's frustrating when your mobility is limited, preventing you from enjoying an active life. Beaver Dam Community Hospital's Institute for Movement and Orthopedics utilizes the latest surgical solutions to help you live pain-free. Their team of experts, from orthopedic surgeons to physical therapists, are in one location, collaborating to customize a plan that reclaims your quality of life. Learn how they can seamlessly maximize your mobility. Visit bdch.com/IMO.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamp, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Contact the Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC at 920-887-9700 in Beaver Dam today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam, we are a second-generation family-owned business that has been in the Beaver Dam community for over 25 years. Our goal is to make the process of buying a vehicle fun again. No pressure, no hassle, just quality customer service from our friendly and experienced sales staff. So give us an opportunity the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle. The worst that can happen is we shake hands and part as friends, and if you catch us on the right day, you can enjoy one of Mom's amazing homemade cookies. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam.
With today's busy schedules, you need banking solutions that are available when you need them to be. This is Taryn Ninman, Marketing Manager with Farmers and Merchants Union Bank. We understand you want to bank when and where it's most convenient for you, and we've updated many of our digital banking products to make it even easier for you to bank with us. Our redesigned website is easier to view on mobile devices and has a clean, modern look. Our mobile app and online banking platforms have also been updated and include convenience features like mobile device fingerprint login, person-to-person payments, optional email and text alert notifications, and transfer of funds from our bank to another bank. Our business banking has also been updated with a new online business banking platform and business mobile app. Check it all out at fmub.bank. Farmers and Merchants Union Bank, Columbus, Fall River, Friesland, Juneau, and Rio. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome to our post-game report. Final score tonight from Rio Fireman's Park. Johnson Creek stays unbeaten on the season. The Blue Jays knock off the Rio Fall River Rebels by the count of 33-19. So Johnson Creek now 6-0 on the year, 3-0 in the conference, and the Rebels will fall to 2-4 overall, 0-3 in league play. And we'll look at our final numbers. I want to quickly run down the second half scoring summary. It was 20-0 Johnson Creek at halftime. Things got a little wild in the second half as Rio Fall River tried to come back in this one, and they mounted a nice comeback there for a while. 20-0 at halftime was our score. In the third period, the Rebels get on the board, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Right, that made it 20-6 Johnson Creek. Then in the early fourth quarter, 30 seconds in, Justin Swanson ripped off his, that would have been his third touchdown run of the game, a 49-yarder. Extra point was wide right, but it was 26-6 Johnson Creek. And then not even, it was 2 minutes and 5 seconds later, Swanson with his fourth touchdown run, a 60-yard scamper to pay dirt. Extra point was tacked on to make it 33-6, Johnson Creek, with 9:25 left in the game. Oh, but they weren't done. Both teams were not done. Or I should say that, let me get this right. We were not done with the scoring. As Rio Fall River got 2 more. It's not funny, Tim. Come on, help me out here.
Easy for you to say.
It's easy for me to say. So it was 33-6 at that point. Rio Fall River scored twice more, once with 6:29 left in the game. Nick Larson, a 6-yard run, 2-point conversion failed. 33-12 was the score at that point. Johnson Creek in front. And then with 4:34 to go, Carson Richardson tossed a 30-yard touchdown pass to Jacob Rowe, I should say. Extra point was good. That made it 33-19, and that was our final score. So then we were done. All right, there you go.
All right, very good, Mike. Good wrap up. And I'll tell you what, this Fall River Rio Ball Club, which was held to a net 5 yards gained in the first half, I've got them finishing this ball game with 36 carries in the ground for 67 yards, 71 net yards gained in this ball game, of which 166 came in the second half. So I would take my hat off to that group of young men, and they just never gave up, and they got a whole lot better in the second half. And it's not like Johnson Creek had their second and third stringers in there.
No, they didn't.
Because they had their starters in there the whole time. So hats off to them young men for playing out the whole game and putting on a good fight in that second half. And the offensive show tonight, folks, you heard it here, right here on dailydodge.com, 95X, and that is the Justin Swanson show. That young man was a highlight reel in himself. 7 for 11 through the air for a total of 75 yards and a scoring strike of 17 yards to Alex Garza in the first half. But he was he carried the ball, let's see here. He carried the ball 19 times for 242 yards. I have him unofficially for the night. Complimenting him tonight, Sam Bootig from his fullback spot, 6 carries for 29, and Alex Garza, 5 carries for 21. So 302 on the ground, 75 through the air. That's a net yardage gained, 377 for the Blue Jays, and they continue their undefeated ways in the Small Trailways Conference. And it's going to be tough to stop them, Mike, as far as I'm concerned. They're a fine ball club.
That'll be a monster game in the Trailways Small. That's a 7 o'clock start next Friday night in Crick. And for the Rio Fall River Rebels, we mentioned they're on the road at Deerfield next Friday night, October 4th, for a 7 o'clock start. Tim, you and I go to Lodi next Friday night, October 4th. That's our Week 7 matchup for the high school football game of the week. It'll be Lodi hosting Columbus in Capital North football action. Always enjoyable, always a battle when those two teams get together. And we'll be on the air with our pregame coverage at 6:45. Kickoff comes your way at 7. Tim, see you out west in Lodi.
I'm looking forward to it, Mike. Thanks, partner, and enjoy the weekend. And I'll be a year older by then.
That's right.
Holy smokes.
That's right.
I'm hoping.
Happy early birthday.
I'm hoping. Thank you, Mike.
By the way, I want to pass that along there.
Yes.
Almost forgot. How could I do that?
Well, you just got a year older, too.
Well, I did, yeah.
That kind of thing happens as you grow older. Thanks to Justin, our partner to our right here.
Justin Wilsky's our videographer and engineer every week, and I don't know why he keeps coming back, but he does. Does a great job. Justin, thank you, buddy, for all the good work. And, of course, Tim, always a pleasure. You do a great job.
Thanks,
and,
pal.
My longtime friend and partner, I appreciate it very much. Good fun to work with.
It's always fun.
All righty, that's going to wrap it up. 33-19. Your final score as Johnson Creek defeats Rio Fall River here at Rio Fireman's Park. And again, our sponsors tonight that made this broadcast possible, our video sponsors were Farmers and Merchants Union Bank and Jimmy John. Jeep Ram, Capital, Air Care, and Columbus Family Dental. For Justin Wilsky and my partner, Tim Haldeman, Mike Tronson saying so long from Rio. Have a pleasant evening. Enjoy your weekend. This has been a DailyDodge.com sports presentation.